Welcome to the Connected Leaders Academy virtual conference designed to reshape your vision of transformation. As we navigate the evolving business landscape, our speakers will unveil innovative strategies to manage and initiate change. Prepare to adapt, innovate, and lead, ensuring your role in this transformative era.
Hello. We are talking about designing your destiny and unleashing our inner superpowers so we can break limitations that have been holding us back or exceeding where we want to go. My name is Donna Tashjian. I am the founder of Vibrant Living International, and I am a Holy Spirit-led life mastery coach with over 30 years of experience. I encourage you to grab paper or some way to take notes, and we will get into some things that will break those limitations and help you design your destiny. I am a storyteller, and I'm going to begin today with a once upon a time. Once upon a time, on a hot summer day, a little girl was born. She had red hair and would have freckles. And she was born into an unhappy family. Her father happened to have wanted a son, but he had a daughter instead. She was never allowed to get dirty, to make mistakes. She needed to be perfect at a very early age. So as she grew up, she stepped right into that and performed, got good grades, did everything to behave and to be accepted and loved. Changes happened in her family. There was a divorce and a remarriage, and she got new siblings, which caused a lot more upheaval in trying to fit in and to be accepted and loved and be perfect. Then on another hot summer day, this one was in Texas, right after her 15th birthday, she was standing in the bathroom with tears running down her face, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. It had been 4 months since someone had hurt her, and she found herself pregnant. To say that those following years were hard isn't even an adjective enough to cut it. I have trouble describing those years in how difficult they were. I share this story because it shaped the way that I looked at the world. It shaped the way I experienced relationships. It shaped how I saw myself. There was a lot of emotions during that time. Anger, absolute terror, shame, blame, pain, so much pain, feeling stupid, not good enough, unlovable, life is hard, lack, never enough. All of those emotions were churning and shaping the way that I looked at the world. On a winter's day, I had a beautiful daughter. She is and has been a joy to my life. And as I go on in this story, the core, the center of the transformation from this scared little girl unto the woman before you, the center, the foundation, the core has been I had a relationship with God at an early age. And he began to change how I saw myself. He began to break those lies that I was believing. So I will be sharing 6 superpowers that you possess to bring them to a heightened use. And the first one is awareness. Aware of how you actually feel, what you're actually believing, and what you're actually thinking. We all have a story. I've told you a story, and it creates a narrative on how we react and expectation of the world today. But was it true that I was unlovable? Was it true that I was stupid or not good enough or that I would always have it hard? No. And God began to shift that narrative, and I began to create a new story. What's your story today? We all have one, and it is creating our experiences, what we expect. So, first thing today is heighten your awareness of where you are on your journey in your life. What's the stories that you are telling you? As I moved on and talked about God changing the vision that I have, which is number 2, vision. What do you actually want? What did I want for my life? It wasn't what I was currently believing at the time. What did I want to believe instead? I use vision as an example of the windshield on our car. The windshield, we're driving down the road and we have a vision of where we're going to go. The rearview mirror to me is the past. How far would we get down the road if we were looking in the rearview mirror all the time? Not very far, right? One of my favorite declarations is my past does not determine my future unless I let it, unless I give it permission to do so. So vision is creating a new map, a new story, a new blueprint of what you actually want for your life, and awareness of when we're believing things that are contrary to that vision, and begin to create a new story. If you have ever taken a road trip or any kind of travel, it rarely goes exactly like you think. There's delays and flat tires or flights not connecting, all kinds of things. And traveling down your map for the vision of your life also takes number 3, which is resilience. It's persistence to hold on to that despite circumstances that might come up to delay or shift or give you a detour. And some of those things is learning to be persistent, resilience, that bounce back, that everything happens for my good, and learning to enjoy today. Not I'll be happy when, but finding joy in the journey. One of the biggest things that helped me was to get support, get help. Who are you surrounding yourself with? What influence? What books are you reading? All of those things help your persistence, your resilience. As you think in your heart, so are you. That can be great, or it might not be. Who do you want to be? One of my favorite books that I read early on was 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey. Chapter 2 has stuck with me all of my life. I read it very early on, and it is called Begin with the End in Mind. Who do you want to be? If we go back to how I was feeling earlier, let's take sad. Did what I want people to know me as sad? No, I wanted joyful. Angry. No, I wanted to be forgiving. Hurt. No, I wanted to be healthy and whole. Poor. No, I wanted wealth. Timid. I wanted to be bold. Withdrawn. I wanted to be confident. Did I want to currently expect worst case scenarios? Or did I want to believe that all things work together for my good? Did I want to be pessimistic or optimistic? It takes resilience to achieve your dreams, to design your destiny. And it is one small decision after another that creates miracles. Which brings us to number 4, which I call compassion. And another word is forgiveness. What do you think of when you hear the word forgiveness? We all have a reaction to that word. And if there's circumstances in your life or situations or people where you still feel what I call ugh, like ooh, kind of a feeling, then forgiveness is needed. It could be for yourself or others. That, I believe, forgiveness is one of the most misunderstood words. So let's talk about what it's not. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was okay. It's not saying that they get away with it. It's not saying you have to trust or to be close to them. It's not about them. It is about you. I've heard it said, unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to be affected. We think unforgiveness is punishing them, but it's punishing you and me. It's toxic. So let's talk about what forgiveness actually is. And I'm going to give you 5 steps to actually walk through a forgiveness practice. Forgiveness is all about you. This is a big one. Forgiveness is a decision, not a feeling. I want you to hear that. Forgiveness is a decision, not a feeling. I hear words like, I'm trying to, I'm working on forgiving, I'm going to, when I feel like it, I will. And that just pushes it down the road and keeps the toxicity in your life and body. It is a decision, not a feeling. The feelings will follow. Here are your 5 steps to a forgiveness practice. Number 1, what am I forgiving them for? Own it, feel it. Don't stuff it, ignore it, or minimize it. How awful was it? What am I forgiving them for? Big or small, doesn't matter. Number 2, my part in this is. What was your part in what happened? What was your responsibility? It's an important step. Number 3, what I want is. What do you want the outcome to be from the situation, circumstances, or relationship? What do you want? Number 4, I appreciate about you or understand. This is sometimes a sticking point, but what do you appreciate about this individual or understand about this individual or circumstance? I appreciate you or about you or understand about you. And number 5, the final one, saying out loud, I forgive you for. I release you. I no longer hold this against you. I set you and me free. One of the ways when there has been serious trauma that God described forgiveness is an onion, peeling an onion. It's layers. So you forgive, you peel a layer, you perhaps cry, onions make us cry, and you move on through life. Something happens and there's a trigger. You're getting the emotional response as if you were back in the original thing. And if you do what I do, we get mad. Forgave that. What's going on? What's wrong with me? Can I ever forgive? And And we start judgment. But what I want you to shift to instead is I forgave to the capacity I could at that time. And God believes I have a new level of freedom and healing that is possible. I'm ready for it. So go through the steps again and forgive deeper to continue to heal and be stronger. I guarantee you there's more freedom for you. I also guarantee you cannot have the life you would love without this step. It is required to design a destiny that you would love. You are the creator of your world. Choose who you want to be, what you want to be known for. Which brings us to intuition. It's the stillness. It's listening to God. It's hearing from your spirit. It's asking questions. This is a powerful step to design your destiny when you have a vision in front of you. And how do I get there? Stillness always creates life, peace, and joy. And implement this into your life. I'd like you to take your eyes, if you will, and take a deep breath. This may be unusual for a talk, but if you are willing, I guarantee you'll see something great. Another deep breath, and another one. And from this moment of stillness, with your eyes closed, imagine that you've risen above like a bird in the air, reviewing your life. How are your relationships going? How is your business and vocation? How is time and money and health and wellness? What do you notice? What needs attention? As you review your life, take notice again with awareness. What would you love instead? Now I would like you to blink your internal eyes and look to the right. Turn your gaze to the right and look at the future you who's already living the life they would love. What do you notice? And if you had 3 words to describe this future you, what might they be? This is an exercise I work with my clients on a longer term basis, but you can do it here, you can do it later. But looking to the future you who's already living the life you would love, and take those 3 words that are descriptive of this future you and create reminders and I am statements. I am confident, I am forgiving, I am wealthy, whatever they may be. And begin to implement them in your life and design the life you would love. Which brings us to number 6. It's faith. Faith is defined as believing in something that you cannot yet see, touch, feel, taste. It's beyond our senses. Faith is the center of my life. The simplest way that we display faith is our imagination. Now, when we're kids, we use our imagination to be creative. We can do anything and we can be everything. And Albert Einstein, one of my favorite quotes, said, imagination is more important than knowledge, because knowledge is limited to what we know and understand at this moment, while imagination embraces what is unseen. It embraces all that ever will be to know and understand. And in those moments of stillness, asking questions about your dream, your vision, and listening, and then applying faith to that. As adults, we use our imagination, or we could switch the word faith, to terrorize ourselves, to prepare for the worst case scenarios. If you have ever had a child that did not come home when they were supposed to, you know what your imagination does. It actually does terrorize ourselves. Let's use our imagination, our faith, with intention, on purpose, to picture what you actually want. Spend time imagining as if it was already so. You make different decisions from this place, and they are more powerful. Faith is visionary for your good or not. It is up to you. From the scared little girl to the woman standing before you, I have used awareness, increasing my awareness every day. Notice what I'm noticing. It prevents me from getting stuck in negative loops. And practice taking time for stillness. Every day I work on my vision. I look at where I want to go, who I want to be, and resilience, holding on to that dream no matter what, bouncing back because everything works for my good, right? And then forgiveness is a daily habit of learning to forgive and to love and to grow. Intuition is the stillness and faith. So challenge yourself in using these 6 powerful superpowers to break limitations and to design a life you would love. What stands out to you when you look at these? Awareness, vision, resilience, compassion, intuition, faith. Which ones do you need to put into daily practice? What support do you need for this to be able to apply this in your life? It is amazing. I can tell so many stories of people putting these simple things into practice and having them transform your life. I have provided gifts for you. I hope you enjoy every one of them and that we can stay connected through social media and other ways as well. You can also visit me on my website, iVibrantLiving.com. It is amazing. I have been told, Donna, you are a walking miracle. And I smile and say, this miracle was one decision after another decision, after another decision. And it is the same for you as you grow and learn and apply the dreams you have. Remember to take your 3 words. What is the future you telling you about yourself? Ask questions to the future you and learn how to expand and continue to grow in all things. So I want you to know, as I look you in the eye, I believe in you. All things are possible. It is possible to design your destiny, co-partnering with God, leaving a legacy and building the future of your dreams, making a difference in the world, vibrant living in its fullest. Thank you for joining me here today, and blessings to you on your journey. Bye for now.
Thank you for participating in today's enlightening session. As we transition to our next expert, remember that each strategy and insight is a step toward becoming a transformative leader in your field. Visit connectedleadersacademy.com to stay engaged and informed. The journey of change is ongoing. Let's move forward together.